morning, I'm Neil Lachlan MacDonald, Minister of Lochbroom and Coigach Free Church, and we as a family have just recently arrived back from a great holiday in America. Whilst we were in Florida, it was very evident that Halloween was in full swing. The commercialism associated with it was evident for all to see. I think Halloween perhaps would even overtake Christmas now as a holiday with the commercial success that comes along with it. And as we've come back here, we've seen pumpkins and eerie decorations, and at the weekend many young people dressed up, and not so young people dressed up as well. But Halloween really embodies darkness and fear and death. And whilst Halloween has become one of the most popular holidays in modern culture, beneath its playful disguises lies a troubling truth. And the truth is, Halloween is what the gospel came to defeat. Halloween glorifies what the gospel of Jesus Christ came to defeat. In a world that delights in shadows, the gospel shines as light, a radiant hope that pierces the darkness, a darkness that we often overlook. The Bible tells us the whole world lies in the power of the evil one in 1 John 5. Halloween, for many, is just fun. But for others, it subtly normalizes what God calls dangerous, evil, witchcraft, spirits of death and fear. And what begins as harmless entertainment can desensitize our hearts to what Christ Jesus himself came to deliver us from. The imagery of skeletons, ghosts, and demons isn't just pretend. It represents the very powers of darkness that once held us captive. The Apostle Paul reminds believers in Ephesians chapter 5, have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but rather expose them. Halloween may dress itself up in humour and sweeties, but beneath the mask is a celebration of the very things that Christ conquered on the cross. That victory on the cross was a light that shatters fear. You know, the gospel tells a different story. Where Halloween glorifies fear, the gospel brings freedom. Where Halloween celebrates death, the gospel proclaims life. Where Halloween entertains darkness, the gospel reveals light. Jesus himself declared, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." And you know, the wondrous truth of the gospel and Jesus' words is that his light does not merely expose darkness, but it overcomes darkness. At the cross, Jesus faced the deepest darkness imaginable: sin, death, and ultimately separation from God. My God, why have you forsaken me? Yet on the third day, Jesus, we know, rose victorious from the grave, triumphant over death, proving that the darkness cannot, will never extinguish the true light that is found in Jesus. Every shadow we see in this world is temporary, because the light of Jesus is eternal, it is everlasting, it is infinite, and it is unchanging. And so we are called to shine, not to hide in the shadows or in the darkness. As believers, we're not called to fear Halloween, but to redeem the night, to redeem the day, to redeem the world. Jesus reminds us as Christian believers that we are the light of the world, and that a city on a hill cannot be hidden. And that means whilst the world at large may celebrate darkness and death and fear and terror, we as the Lord's people can proclaim the one who has defeated these things. We can hand out kindness and dispense prayer and point to mercy and truth. And whilst others maybe adorn their homes with cobwebs and tombstones, we fill our homes with the light of Jesus. That we are different, set apart. We're not hiding in the shadows or the dimness of the darkness that surrounds us, but that we are enshrouded. We are illuminated by the light of Jesus, and that we extend that invitation of light into the darkness. The gospel is God's invitation to leave the shadowlands and to step into his marvelous light. Paul wrote to the Colossian church, reminding them that God has rescued us from the dominion of darkness and brought us into the kingdom of the Son he loves. The Son he loves was the one who was the embodiment of light, Jesus, the light of the world. I want to encourage you this morning that if you feel trapped in darkness or despair, in fear and sin or in emptiness, then come to Jesus, the light of the world, the one who offers you freedom. You don't have to live in the darkness any longer, for Jesus brings forgiveness and peace and purpose into the world. He illuminates our lives and our hearts and our minds. You know, when the night grows darker, the light of Jesus shines brighter. The cross still stands as the ultimate declaration that light wins. Halloween may glorify darkness, but the gospel glorifies the one who conquered it. So this year, may we not blend in with the shadows or succumb to the darkness, but may we look to the light of Jesus Christ, and may we shine in the dark world with his light. Because whilst others may gather to celebrate death, we remember the one who gives life. When the world plays with fear, we rest in perfect love that casts out fear. And when the night grows darkest, well, that's when the light of Jesus shines the brightest.